is Tuesday, February 13th, 2018. Welcome to Gorilla Healer Radio. Welcome to Pharms, Not Farms Radio. Welcome to our world. I'm just really happy that we're on the phone together, and I'm happy that we met. I'm here with Sarah
Keyishian
of Sleepy Dog Training, and you came really highly recommended from Zen Pets, which is a high-end pet store in northern New Jersey. And would you like to just give a brief description of what Sleepy Dog does and maybe a tiny bit about yourself real quick?
Sure. So Sleepy Dog Training is my primary business, and within Sleepy Dog Training, I train dogs, I do behavioral work with dogs, I board and train dogs, and I take in dogs when I can and work with many rescue groups and shelters to take in dogs from them as well. And then I train up those dogs and find good homes for them. Wow. Or keep them here, depending on what their issues are.
How long have you been in
So
this?
part of, I've been training dogs for about 35 years as of this year with the man that I apprenticed with as a dog trainer, and then starting my own business after he passed away suddenly.
So would you like to talk about how we met?
Yes. So I was very lucky to just come to Zen Pets and happen to meet you at Zen Pets, and that kind of changed a lot of things in a positive way for me, because at that point I bought a bottle of the 10 milligram CBD capsules, which are I consider the best on the market anywhere, as they have no chemical solvents at all. It's all organic and pure and artisanal, and it's great stuff. And I bought that because my beloved alpha dog who came with me on every training session passed away suddenly from an aggressive form of cancer that no one knew was there until the day that she was dying of it, basically, in front of my eyes. And that really scared me. And so I wanted to put all my other dogs on it, and I wanted to also try it as well. And I did, and my dogs, who were completely, they were lost without our cozy girl who passed away, and they became very depressed. So I started giving them Gorilla Healer CBD capsules, 10 milligram, and to make a long story short, they actually became happy again. They became playful with each other, and they became like the dogs who they were before. Oh my God, it was the greatest. That was the greatest day ever. So, and now they're still on it. I still have them on it for different reasons. One, I have on it for pain management, and the side effect is also, though, that she gets along much better with dogs she doesn't know and actually accepts them, which she wasn't doing before. So it had behavioral aspects to it as well as the physical, pain-killing factors for her. And same thing with another one of my tricky dogs.
And how is that applied? Is it something that you end up administering before they're going to meet, or is it something that you do on a regular schedule, or just as needed, or how do you go about that?
They take Gorilla Healer CBD in different forms every day. So, and I give them about the same dose every day, depending on who they are. But right now, I've pretty much settled on the doses that each dog should get, and I've been giving them that every day, which is why I order so much Gorilla Healer product.
So you mean that you give each dog a different amount?
Yeah, because the dog who's my little pit bull who needs pain management gets more than the other dogs do. The other the other dogs do. But I'm also people surrender dogs to me, and if I can, I will take them. I will take those dogs and train them up, find good homes for them. So this dog that I have now, she had a horrible, I guess, anxiety condition, and the veterinarian put her on Prozac. The Prozac, there are lots of side effects to Prozac, and negative side effects. And she had been acting out in her home in a way that was not like her at all. And when I got her here, I really think it's the Prozac. So I'm gradually weaning her off the Prozac and putting her on the CBD oil capsules. The weaning process is kind of a long, arduous one. However, I'm adding in the CBD at the same time, which does not interfere with the Prozac at all. But she's doing much better now that she's, we started with all this. So soon she'll just be on the CBDs and not on the Prozac. I put it in her food. She eats it right up. So, and I do that with all my dogs except for one of my shepherds who had been sick ever since I got her rabies shot for her license. And so I give the tincture to. She won't take the capsules, and that's okay, as long as she's getting the proper dose.
Do you give her the liquid gold, or you were opening the capsules and putting the oil in her food, or what are you doing?
I was giving her the tincture type one, the one in the
topper bottle, the liquid gold, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So that's what I've been giving her, and she's getting better and better and better. So I'm very grateful for that also. Yeah, it just seems like the CBD oil, especially yours, is just magical. It gives quality of life back to dogs and human beings, including me. Including me as a human being. Yes, I take it at night to get a good night's sleep. And I've been sleeping better than I've ever slept before. So it's me with no sleep is not a nice person. Me with a good night's sleep is a very nice person.
What's your regimen?
To sleep well? So usually I take I take 20 milligrams of the 10 milligram. So I take 2 capsules of the 10 milligram to sleep at night. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I take less.
For sure. So you've also been sharing the oil with a number of people who have been learning about it as well.
Yes. So, yes, it's always, especially if basically for a client, if the dog is extremely anxious, and many dogs in New Jersey are extremely anxious because they don't get to do what, dogs love to do, which is just run around and play and be outside, and they get very anxious about things. So to stem the anxiety, that's one of the things I use for actually my training and behavioral and management. If I believe that they're so anxious that they can't, hear you, in quotations, meaning that, when either a human being or an animal is very anxious, it's like they can't really hear anything except for their anxiety. So we have to get the level of anxiety down to be able to do the training and behavioral work. And so that is part of what I do to help animals with anxiety issues and people with anxiety issues, because a lot of times an animal with anxiety issues will live in a house with a person with anxiety issues, and that kind of doubles it up and makes it kind of worse. So if I can get both to take something like that, then everybody's happier and calmer. So it's all good. They're just there are no negative bad things about this. There are no horrible side effects like there are with pharmaceutical
Have you
drugs.
had any sort of what's the least favorite aspect of taking the oil you've ever experienced or heard of through your referrals?
Yeah, I haven't had any bad things said about it. The only thing that I can tell you would be something negative is that if I tell somebody, they tell me all of the symptoms of what their dogs are doing, and then I say, if I think it's anxiety, I'll say whatever I think it is. But the last person that called, I was just like, listen, I think that your dog is really anxious, and that's why he's pooping and peeing all over your house. And he's also not understanding what you're doing with the house training stuff. So I think it might be a good idea to help him by getting his anxiety down a little bit, because a lot of times separation anxiety looks like that. Separation anxiety animals get so intensely anxious that they just poop and pee right where they are, or all over the place, or rip stuff up. And if you can just get them to be calmer, it's a lot easier to get rid of the separation anxiety, which is just, anxiety in general, basically, sometimes. So yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it.
It's great considerations. And the referrals have had great results so far, or? So far, so good. Yep. Yeah, everybody, and there are a lot of human beings who do order the supplements and then say, oh, this is great. I think I need to take some of this too. I'm like, just do it. Do it. I noticed that at a couple of times I've been at Zen Pets doing an educational in-store, and furry friend owners coming on in and looking for relief for their animals, and then saying, you know what, I could probably use this too, and then getting some for themselves as well. And it seems like that conversation of what's possible is where this all starts, and sharing what we are experiencing is how many of us end up learning. And so that's really why I wanted to speak with you today, because you're somebody who's a real person in the real world, working a real job, helping save animals, and you're utilizing this oil in so many different ways for so many different reasons that I thought that would be really educational for you to open up the window into your life and share your experience with healer oil, as well as talking about sleepy dog training. And it seems like you have almost 50,000 likes on your Facebook, so it's likely that you're doing okay, though everyone knowing more about other ways to live easier, or to help others easier, or help ourselves easier. That's what I'm all about. So with that regard, I salute you and support your efforts to protect life, and thank you on behalf of all of our listeners and everybody out here who also cares, because caring makes our world better, right?
Absolutely. I mean, and the more we can share this good stuff with the whole world, the better the whole world will be. That's the way I look at it too. It's just like everybody, it's just like there's just good within the Gorilla Healer product, the Zen Pet store, me and Sleepy Dog Training, my own business, my farm business, which I, humane farming business, and all of that. There's good things like all over, and once there are good things and you feel happy and positive, then more good things happen. It's like a snowball effect.
For sure.
Or a CBD effect. one or the other, or both.
I like to call it the flower of life, whereas everything just grows out on top of each other, and that's why when we put out our intentions, our vibrations, everything we do is a vibration. So in the consideration that all we really are is energy and inside of a physical body. And so the constant there is energy. The temporary is the body. And so within that, everything that we do has a vibration, has a frequency. Everything we say vibrates and has a frequency within us and resonates within us as well as around us. And we affect so much without realizing it all the time. And so, everything that happens grows on itself. That's why it's important to speak our prayers and to walk our talk in that regard, and to be so careful with what we say and what we do, especially when life is counting on us. And that's really, it doesn't, I don't feel like it takes a special person to help anyone or anything. I feel like it just takes something to happen and then someone to realize our ability to respond, and that's what creates responsibility. And so, again, thank you, and thank you for being on Guerrilla Healer Radio today. I look forward to speaking with you again and making the way out to the farm one of these days.
Yeah, can't wait. You're going to love it here. You're going to love it here. And here we'll love it with you on it.
Thank you. Well, as they say in Hawaii, where I just got back from, aloha nui loa, which is much love, and always and around us. And we'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good, Brent. Love you.
Love you. Continue enjoying your day.
I sure will. You too. Bye.